episode of the Housewives. Hey, hey y'all, it's California Cutiee here. I want you guys to come join moment. So always, Hey. Welcome back, you guys. We are here for another recap and review of the Housewives of Potomac. Thank you guys for joining me. My name is California Cutiee. And cuties, let me know where you guys are joining me from. Shout out your states, your cities, your continents, wherever you're joining me from. Let me know where you are and where you are gonna be. Let's say that, because you might be traveling at this good time. You know what I mean? So welcome to my channel. For my newbies, for people that this is your first time here, I would like for you to subscribe to my channel. We have a good time over here, so I would love for you to become a cutie. And then for my cuties that are already here and been subscribed to my channel, please like the video. And my newbies, please like the video as well. That puts me in the algorithm. That is a free way to support my channel. And I'm trying to grow my channel over here. And so yeah, y'all do what y'all gotta do. Y'all hit the like button, and if you leave me a comment, that throws me in the algorithms, that let people know that you're here when I premiere my video, or if I'm live, that lets people know that we are doing the dang on thing. So make sure that you are leaving a comment and let me know that you have stopped by. And another thing, if you see my name, there's a little cutie right there. That's another way to let me know that you stopped by. You can drop me a little cutie in the chat. And that's in anybody's chat. If you see me in anybody's chat and you just say, "What's up, cutie?" and throw that little orange, I will see it. Okay. So that's my little thing. So thank y'all again for joining me. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you so very much. And then share me with your people. Don't forget to share me with your people. You might know somebody that likes the Housewives of Potomac. You might know somebody that likes the Bell Collective. You might know somebody that likes Salt Lake City. So share me with your friends and family, because we do the recaps and reviews of those shows as well. So yeah, y'all, it's on and cracking. Okay, so this is the second episode of Housewives of Potomac. It is entitled Mint, M-I-N-T, not M-E-A-N-T, but Mint, M-I-N-T, to be Shady. Okay, so y'all already know who that's gonna be about, because first episode they were talking about people's breath, and not people, Stacy in particular. So yeah, so that is the title, Mint, to be Shady. So let me pull my notes up real quick. Let me pull the ladies up real quick. Let me get my girls up. Where my girls at? On the front, the back, when you feeling that? Wanna see you? I can't sing, y'all, but yikes, I love to. I actually like to dance more, but hey. Let's get on into this good old review. All right. So we pick up, you guys know, if y'all watch my last recap and review from episode 1, we ended with Ashley and Stacy at each other's necks, going off, and what's her name? Stacy called Ashley the devil, and Ashley just basically like, "You lie, you just a liar. Oh my God, you just lie so much." So we pick up there. We say all that to say that we pick up there, and what's her name? Stacy's little friend. I don't want to call him little, but her friend was just like literally trying to still break the peace and trying to figure out, like, how can we get y'all to be friends? Ashley's whole point is She's like, literally, you were with JT, no, TJ, girl, TJ, JT, all these letters. What's your real name? Then I can call you by your real name. But anyway, Ashley is like, she knows that she was with that Stacy was with TJ in January, and now 3 months have passed, and now Stacy is saying that she's working things out with her ex. It does seem a little suspicious. Because either one, two things can be true. Did you hire that man to be your boyfriend on the last one, the last season, the first season that you were on? Because how could you break up with him, your best friend, so fast? How could you do that so fast? So I'm kind of on Ashley's side, big head Ash. You know I like you, Ash, sometimes. Um, so basically, Ashley just told her like literally. So dude says, look, you just need to see the divorce decree and you'll be okay. She's like, yeah, then we can move on with our friendship because I don't want to be around no liars. So now we pan back over to the girls. Remember, Wendy and Kay were having a little tete-a-tete about what was going on, about how Wendy has been very dismissive to Kay. So Kaysa tells Wendy, I don't know if you just socially awkward or not, but when we're together, when we're in person, it's weird. It's a weird energy. Um, Angel says maybe there was a miscommunication. Um, I think Angel is gonna be the peacemaker because we know Angel is already like literally. We know that she likes the great outdoors. I wonder if she a Libra. I'm a Libra. Shout out to my birthday and my daddy's birthday is today. My birthday is tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna drop this tomorrow. I'm not really sure. We'll see. But nonetheless, I wonder if she's a Libra because we love the outdoors. We love the outdoors. And on top of that, she's a peacemaker. She ain't for all the rah-rah and the yin-yang and the woo-wop. And we don't have time for that shit. So I'm going to have to look that up. I'll get back with you guys on that. Excuse me. So all the ladies come over. Excuse me. Ashley asked if they had made any progress. Giselle says Wendy apologized to Kay. Kay says she feels like it's a bit dismissive in the moment. Wendy says, where do we go from here as a group? Now, in this moment for me, I feel like Wendy was dismissive. Like Kay is trying to have a conversation with her, and I feel like she wasn't particularly giving her 100% undivided attention to Kay. And so I feel what Kay is saying. I feel like you, Wendy, I'm going to need you to just open your mouth and say, you know what, Kay, if you don't like me, whatever the case may be, just spit the shit out. Because literally you getting on my nerve. And that's real. Let me switch my things around real quick, y'all. Hold on. Give me one hot sec. Let me put California Cutiee on that side. Okay. Go back to the notes. Hit the like button. And so yeah, I was like, Wendy, what are you doing? What are you doing? So anyway, Wendy says, so where does the group go from here? Kay's talking to you. Hello, McFly. Kay's talking to you. Now you want to know what a group. Oh, so where did the group go from here? We're talking about you and her right now. But okay, girl, go ahead and deflect, Wendy. Ashley says that we all know Stacy be lying. And she turns to Kay and say, didn't you say she has a charade? Kay says, no, Kay. No, yeah, she asked Kay that. She was like, didn't you say Stacy has a charade going? Stacy, and Stacy's standing right there. Oh, okay. So yeah. So she asked her, she's like, Kay, didn't you say that Stacy has a charade? Kay says she asked Stacy, are you ever gonna show the girls who you really are and break the ice? She said, Stacy said, absolutely not. Stacy is standing there. So um Stacy says to she's talking to Kayla. She's like, you know what, Kay? I don't know where this energy is coming from. Um, and I don't know. Every time we have an interaction with each other, you come from an aggression, like you want to fight. um, and we all know that Kay was involved in the altercation with Muppet Face, right? You know, Ashley's friend that looked like the Muppet. I can't even think of her name, and I don't care to think of her name because, girl, goodbye. So anyway, that was a dig. Talking, one thing. Here's one thing I didn't appreciate. I did not appreciate Kay. Well, I haven't got to it yet. But anyway, I'll say this: Angel stands up for Kay. Oh, Angel stands up for Kay, saying that she is not like that, and she known Kay for over 20 years. Because when Stacy called her aggressive or acts with aggression, and so that's when Angel stood up for her friend and was like, "No, I know her for 20 years. She does not like that." Tia says, newbie Tia, excuse me, the Nigerian princess. She says she doesn't think Kay. She says Kay doesn't strike her to be negative. Stacy says she feels like she is being unjustly, uh, jumped on, and she doesn't understand why the group of girls have turned on her. Because Stacy, because you're lying, and not for nothing, you're not good at it. If you instead of lying, let's say, how when they tell you withholding information is still a lie. Let's try withholding stuff. Like, you know how you like to walk out and make an entrance? Instead of doing that, just be like, oh, I got a migraine. You know what? I'm going to leave. Show up for your check. I don't know how long you have to be in the scene, but do that and then exit stage left. Make sure my computer is plugged up, child, because we ain't got the time or the place for it to go off. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, I rather that Stacy withhold than even try to engage and lie because you're not good at the lying. It's just not good. Okay. Um, Giselle goes over and says hello to Karen's friend Cookie, and Cookie tells her that no, Giselle tells Cookie that Karen's birthday is coming up and they want to do something special for her. Cookie tells Giselle that Karen is doing well, and that she says hello. Giselle asks Cookie, has she checked in with Ray? This is kind of weird for me, but let me finish the scene real quick. So she asked if she checked in with Ray. She says she talked to him every day. Cookie says she talks to Ray every day. She says he's, staying busy and, he's golfing and doing, he's doing what Ray would do. And so Giselle was like, of course, but for me, I know it just happened. I'm not sure where exactly we are, but I'm like, you haven't checked in on Ray? You haven't had Ray's number? I'm not saying just pop on the brother, but like literally, I'm trying to figure out. I know there's a calling list, but for me, I just feel like it's weird that you guys got to go through Cookie to talk to, unless you guys write her a letter, that you got to go through Cookie to find out how Karen is. You guys, I hate that I say all the time. I'm an older woman. I might not look it, but I'm older. And so sometimes the names, when I'm trying to think of all the names and all the people that I cover, because I've been doing this since 2018. Well, not really the reality TV. I've been doing reality TV coverage since 2021, but I've been doing YouTube since 2018. So sometimes my words get jumbled and sometimes my names get jumbled. I really apologize, okay? In advance. All right, getting back. So we go back over to the girls where Wendy finds out that Tia is not a Nigerian princess. And, they high five it up. We always here for the camaraderie, the sisterhood of, whatever background it is. But, this specific ladies are from Nigeria. And so they high five. Because Wendy is, excited to not only just have a Nigerian sister with her, but now we have royalty. And I keep saying that. I love that. Royalty. Yeah, so she's royalty, and I love that. So Stacy interrupts and says she know the girls don't want to hear what she's about to tell her, but she wants to tell the girls that she's Nigerian too. You're right. We didn't want to hear that, girl. We didn't want to hear that, but okay, because sometimes I feel bad for Stacy. I do. I feel bad for Stacy. One, her name is the same as my baby sister. And when I say baby, my baby sister, sister, how old you about to be? My daughter is 33. My sister is about to be 35, I think. Yeah, because my other sister just turned 40. Yeah, so my baby sister is 35. And so with that being said, I just don't like that Stacy be trying to give the Stacy's bad name. So I'm gonna need her to get it together. But yeah, she's interrupting the regular scheduled program to tell everybody that she's Nigerian, that she found out from her mom that she's Nigerian. So, kudos to that, as much as she get on her nerve, so she's like in her confessional talk about, I think I found my Nigerian sisters. Well, we get Wendy in the confessional and she was like, no comment. I was like, oh, okay. Tell us how you really feel. So now Ashley has invited entertainment. I'm gonna have a thing for entertainment at another time because I'm gonna show y'all where I referenced that from. But literally, how Ashley is. Ashley is a free spirited woman. She likes to do things to not even think outside the box, but she likes to do things that people not even thinking about, or she's not. It's not that she's the word. I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is Ashley hired entertainment and she had a burlesque dancer dance for it. Really the party, but of course, because we're on a TV show, they are in front of the ladies of Potomac, right? So the lady comes in her corset, and one of the ladies has said, "Yeah, she ready to take that off because it's giving it's hot. It's giving it my belly needs to come out a little bit." I was like, "Oh man, that's cold blooded." So she comes out of that corset, and now she's stripped down to bikini bottoms and stars or pasties on her nipples, and she brings out her feathers, and so she gives the ladies a little tease and a little here and a there, and a handstand on top of her head, and a flip into a split. I mean, she did what she needed to do. So it just made all the ladies uncomfortable, though. All the ladies, even though I feel like, I don't know what it is about us ladies being so uncomfortable to watch another lady be so comfortable in her skin. Why is that making you uncomfortable? That's weird. Like, I don't know. I'm with Ashley. What she say? I need y'all to get into your womanhood. I forgot to turn my phone off. But yeah, I need y'all to get into your womanhood. And so I'm like, yeah, I agree because it's beautiful. Her body is beautiful. Maybe I don't know if it was the right for mixed company. I'm not sure. I don't know what that was all about. But what I do know is Ashley knows how to entertain the ladies. You know, that's what she likes. And the lady was flipping around and handstanding and going to the splits and all that good stuff. She was doing her thing. So kudos to her. So that's how that ended. So we head over to Wendy's house where Wendy is. She came downstairs in her little cute little romper. It was black and white. She was actually given to me. I don't know if y'all know this, but she was given little pin. Is that a? I don't know what they call it. Pin up girl, like a girl that will be like in a on a calendar or something. It was real cute. She looked cute to me, but I felt like she was like really overdressed. I don't know where they was going. I don't know. I just feel like if you about to be at the house, you don't need to put on no. She had on heels, but they were platform heels, which made her really tall, and it just looked like she was overdressed. Because come to find out, Stacy was coming over for a visit. So yeah, I just feel like that was an outfit wasted. But when Stacy came over to the house, she ended up saying, she put this romper on, especially for Stacy, because Stacy always wore a romper. And production shows us all these different um pictures of Stacy in all the different rompers she wore last season. So it was like a dig, but then it was like, I'm not trying to dig on you because I'm aware what I told you I didn't you wear too many of. Maybe it's because um like myself, I don't have hips, so certain things are not flattering for me. I noticed that Stacy likes to wear um the maxi dresses, but she's kind of straight up and down. So if she's gonna wear a maxi dress, she should wear them where they have pockets so it gives her a little hip action, and or don't wear those, or find one, like I said, the rompers, if they have a pocket in front of it, that would have looked cute. But when you don't have a lot of curves, it doesn't give the same. And that's no disrespect to Stacy, because I clearly said I don't have hips, so I'm not disrespecting her. I just know when I wear a romper, it better have some pockets on it, because that's what gives the illusion that I have a little bit of hip. So anyway, Stacy shares with Wendy, because they go back to Wendy's backyard or on a patio, and she shares that Stacy shares with Wendy how Ashley had invited her out to go shopping, and within 1 minute, she was screaming at her and telling her that she saw receipts about TJ, being hired, and that he was suing Stacy. And so Wendy asked her, "Well, are there receipts?" Stacy said she doesn't know. She's like, I don't know, because um I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to that, because I feel like because I don't know the girl and the receipts. I'm like, girl, what? So if you didn't know the girl and you knew that somebody was accusing you of something, when you want to go get to the bottom of it, and especially if this person is an actress, girl, it's giving you don't have the time, the day, the wherewithal. Your lies is falling apart right before our eyes, girl. It's not working. Shit's not working. Okay. Um, sorry, you guys. I went up. Stacey, okay, yeah, I told y'all how Stacy feels and how she's just not even. I just don't know what she's talking about. I don't even know how to defend myself over something I've never seen. Go find the source and go talk to the source. You don't want to because you know something. Yeah, Ashley, what she say? She doesn't know what Ashley is talking about, but it is very revealing to Stacy how Ashley really is. Stacy says a lot has happened. Wendy says you're engaged because she sees a ring on her finger. Stacy says, I'm back with my ex-husband. Wendy is taken aback. Wendy is like, so we get Wendy in her confessional saying she has so many questions, but they're working on their friendship, so she's not gonna say too much. But What is this? What is this? I love when they say that. Literally, I have Nigerian clients. I haven't did their hair in years though, but they would come to me, especially when hair products went up. Well, not even hair products, when the braids went up, and they would be like, "What is this?" I would dare not want to tell them my price went up with that hair, because they gonna ask me, "What is this?" So anyway, Wendy tells Stacy, "This seems really convenient now that the girls are on you." And she says this to her. I was like, "You better tell her." I like that. She says, "It's really convenient now that the girls are on you. You two are now getting back together." Stacy said that they're not getting married next week or anything. We're not. We're just trying to work out some things. We're just there. I guess they're building a friendship again and building trust all over again. But that she's not saying all. That's not what she's saying. But that's what she's doing. You know. And so, but a lot of things that are being said about her are lies. This is what Stacy says. Stacy said, "Yeah, a lot of things that are being said about me are lies." She said, "Giselle said that I wanted my own Happy Eddie line." And they show us a clip of the reunion last year where Giselle accused Stacy of having her own Happy Eddie line. If you don't know what that means, check my last review. Check my reviews last season. Happy Eddie is the marijuana line that Eddie started last season. It's doing very well, but if y'all noticed, since last episode to second episode, that Eddie and Wendy are in a lot of trouble for fraud on for insurance fraud. So now I'm not even sure if Happy Eddie is going to be able to be Happy Eddie anymore. So even with that, production went back and showed that Stacy denied it. Stacy tells Wendy that she has a cannabis line. Did y'all hear me? She literally, after they come back from the clip, and shows that Stacy denied that she did not have a marijuana line that Giselle accused her of during the reunion last year. So she is like, so she just, kind of said to Wendy that, yeah, I have a cannabis line coming out, but the talks didn't begin until after the reunion. She said the line, she said that she literally said that it didn't start until March. I'm not sure when the reunion started, but Giselle said that on the reunion. So now you look like a what? Another liar. You look like it. And now you're confessing to Wendy that, no, I didn't lie, because I literally didn't talk about, the marijuana line until March. So anyway, like I said, we all know Giselle was right. Stacy says no, because Wendy said, so Giselle was right. Stacy's like, no, no, no. She wasn't. She said that it wasn't one of, she said she wasn't right. She said it was one of many meetings about partnerships she had. So Giselle got wind of it, babe. And she wasn't lying. Just because you hadn't made the deal, you still were inquiring about it, thinking about it. And that's what Giselle was trying to get you to say. Liar. Yikes. Everybody be really trying to help Stacey, y'all. They really, really be trying to help Stacey. They really try. Stacey be like digging a hole for her damn self. I don't know what's that about, but she be really digging a hole for herself. So she says, so she said it was one of the many meetings about partnerships that she had, but getting into the business had nothing to do with Wendy or Eddie. Wendy sells her or tells her that she all right, y'all. Sorry about that. I took a quick little pause. Y'all wouldn't notice it, but I am back. Hopefully, I pick up where I left off. I was interrupted by the husband. So anyway, Wendy, we know that Stacy is now going to open up her own um, marijuana business. Wendy tells her that she was in the business before she came into the group. I'm like, uh-oh, that was before the group. Okay. She's like, because in the confessional, Wendy says that people in the cannabis community had told Eddie and her that Stacy wanted to start her own cannabis line like Happy Eddie. Um, so Wendy ends up wishing Stacy well in the business and, that she wants nothing but success for her. So that's how that ended. That conversation ended. Well, it ended with her having to use the bathroom and Wendy clowning, talking about she's pregnant and that's why she ended up switching boyfriends. I'm like, oh gosh. So anyway, we head over to Tia's house where what I put? Where O pops up. Where who pops up? We head over to Tia's house where Giselle pops up for a visit. She meets the twins, Nathaniel and Aramis. They're 10. And, she tells them that she has a set of twins as well. We also see um, Tia's daughter, Sienna. She's 16, and her 13-year-old daughter, Alexis, who Tia labels her gangster. I was like, ooh, you always got to have one. I definitely have one out of my 5. I might have more than one, but definitely one out of my 5 for sure. So Giselle meets Tia's husband, Rob. And of course, the teenagers are about to head out to the mall, and we find out that Rob is about to take them because Giselle thought that they were gonna Uber, but kind of find out Rob is the chauffeur. He's the one that's gonna take the kids to do their thing. Tia and Rob have been married for 17 years. Rob grew up on the south side of Chicago, whereas Tia grew up, in royalty. So she had maids and chefs and drivers. So Tia said they are a good balance. Giselle basically asked if Rob was the nanny. Tia says, yes, but don't tell. And Giselle was like, I'm not going to say that. Tia knows the importance of letting her children see her work, even though she comes from royalty, and that she basically don't have to, but she does. Not only does she work, but we find out that she's a global real estate advisor, and that Rob is in some sort of sales for a massive urology. It says urology on my thing, but I know that's not what I think. Urology is something with arrow company. And Giselle said, that's impressive. He's a nerd. She's like, I love nerds. She was like, I gotta introduce him to Eddie's husband. Tia was like, oh, is that a real husband or is that a paid husband? So her and Giselle have a laugh about that, shading Stacy for hiring TJ last season. So now we head over to Ashley's house where Ashley is preparing to go to a White House correspondent dinner. And she's there with her half sister, Jessica, who Jessica and Ashley share the same mother. Jessica has a different father. And we know that Ashley doesn't get along with Jessica's dad because in 2018, they show a clip, but I remember because I've been watching since season 1. We are now season 10. But however, Ashley does not get along with her mom's boyfriend. Matter of fact, I think she thought that her mom was being, well, he was a leech to the mom, and that he was sucking the life out of her. And so, I don't know if that's the case. Then it's hard for her and her sister to really basically have a relationship. They can have one, but probably doesn't go. Ashley probably doesn't go over to Jessica's house. So I'm thinking, they probably don't have a. They probably talk on the phone, but they don't probably see each other as much. But come to find out, Jessica is on her way to college, so she is about to go to Maryland, college in Maryland. So she'll be closer to Ashley. I'm not sure where Ashley's mom lived, but I do remember and recall, and you guys may as well recall, that Michael and Ashley were basically taking care of their mother. And so, you know, I don't know if that still stands. Ashley does have money to help take care of her mother, but nobody wants to be taking care of no boyfriend that should be helping taking care of her own mother, lover. You know, it just doesn't make sense. Um, Ashley tells Jessica that Josh is gonna be her date for the evening, and then Jessica gives her like this look, like she's like, "What's that look for?" She's like, he's just, he kind of acts kind of young, he acts like a little boy. She's like, I mean, but he's not bad looking, but so Ashley was like, yeah, he's gonna be my arm candy tonight. And we find out that they had a conversation. Ashley was on that dating series. What was it called? Love Hotel. She was on season 1. Her and Giselle both. And she said when she told Josh, he wasn't happy um, with that discussion. So I wouldn't be either. If I'm dating somebody and you tell me you about to be on a dating show because you about to make your money, but leave my feelings out of it. Like, so yeah, so I think they kind of stopped seeing each other while she was filming the Hotel Love. So anyway, Ashley is still hung up about Josh's age because she's used to dating mature men. So production points out that he had on tennis shoes when he arrived, because he arrived to pick up pick up Ashley. He was dressed nice, but he still looked really young. His outfit was okay. His hair was okay. His shoes were okay. He didn't match Ashley's fly to me. And so Ashley tells him while they're in the car, now that, we're have gotten to know each other, she says to him, can we go out one time without you putting hair product in your hair? And I was like, what the gum the shoes? Wait, what? She's like, no. She's like, yeah, but his hair was looking kind of funky. I don't know if that was the hair product. I don't know if she wanted him to wear his hair loose and feathery like the white boys do. I don't know. So I don't know what she wants from him, but she also tells him that white sheets are a sign of maturity. He was like, my sheets are white. She was like, they always been white. He was like, yeah. She's like, oh, I guess I'm gonna have to go back over there and get in between them to see. So now we head over to where Angel and her husband Bob are at Philippe's to have, it's either Felipe's or Philippe's, but I feel like it's Philippe's. They want to go have, dinner, lunch, brunch, whatever. And we find out they've been married 6 years, and that he had DM'd her. So he pursued her, and he DM'd her, and she got back to him at her earliest convenience. I mean, never mind, it was 4 years later, but I mean, she did get back to him. um, so she says she was not with him because he was a football player or that he played football, but there was perks of being a wag, and y'all know what a wag is. It's a wife and or girlfriend of an NFL player. That's what they call the WAG had their own TV show, so that was about the NFL. So anyway, um, oh yeah. So what's her name? Tia. Are we talking about Tia? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. My husband threw me off with just big. I'm sorry. We're talking about Angel. So Angel, they own their own outdoor luxury business in Maryland, but they're trying to buy a house right now. The house that they have in Colorado, they um bought for like a little over two, or maybe a little under 2 million. I'm not sure, but close to $2 million. The house has been in magazines and all kind of stuff. The house is beautiful. So they're both looking right now, they're renting, so they're looking to buy something in Maryland, but they're also wanting to expand the business of their outdoor luxury, um, the business that they have. So Tia asked him what was his minimum on the house that they want to purchase. He said he wants the minimum to be at least 2 acres. Shoot, Angel says she wants the minimum to be 5 acres because she wants the house to be a certain size, and then she wants to have a lot of land on top of that. And like I told you guys earlier, that the house in Colorado was breathtaking. So Tia husband asked if she was being hazed by the ladies. She said no, at least not yet. But she said she's not a rookie she might be a rookie to this group, but she's not a rookie at being a woman. So she's ready. But she wants to have the ladies over so they can get to know her better. So she's gonna have a sound bath get together or whatever. So we'll see how that goes. So now we head over to Kay's condo. Giselle comes over for a visit. Kay has a chef preparing them a meal for the day. Giselle asks if Greg stayed there. Kay says he does. Giselle really thinks the condo is cute. Giselle asked her where she and Greg were today. Um, Kay says they are in a great space. They are sitting outside in like an outdoor patio area. And so Giselle says in the confessional that Greg is stuck in his ways, and she doesn't really mind that too much, but she doesn't know where Kay fits in to his lifestyle pretty much. So Giselle said she got the invitation to Angel's get together um, for the ladies. It's called the Truth and Tranquility, but tranquility is spelled with TEA at the end. So it's Truth and Tranquility. Giselle asked if she talked to Ashley since Ashley's event. I'm sorry. Kay actually talked to Ashley because she came to Kay's event a couple of days prior, which was, I guess, the Saturday before. Kay had an event which was called Tox and what was it called? Tox and Calf, or I think it was Tox and Calf, which was they got a little Botox and they ate a little bit of caviar. She says she started downloading the ladies that came, which was Kay was there. Kay came. Well, Kay was there. It was her event. Tia came, Ashley, and Angel. So she started downloading them about what was going on with Wendy and how Wendy was kind of curving her, swerving her. Ashley and Angel. I'm sorry. Oh, so Kay tells the ladies how Wendy was at an event where Kay was, and when they were on the red carpet, Wendy got out, and when she saw Kay, she ends up saying to her, did you do your own makeup? And so Tia was like, I mean, was that bad? What are we talking about? Because Tia's from London, so she's trying to figure out, what's our slang, what we got going on. So uh Ashley was like, girl, you know what that meant. And so yeah, it could be pretty shady unless she said, you did your own makeup, dang, you did it so nicely. That's different. And so um Kay, like I said, she was telling her about that event. And so Angel asks, well, she tells Angel ends up saying to her, like, you know, maybe she was having a bad night. She did say her kids were sick, correct? And then Kay's looking at her like, I mean, she did. She was like, well, did you ask her about her kids? She was like, no. So Kay was feeling a certain kind of way about how Angel was playing devil's advocate. So it made Kay feel a little, she felt a kind of way. She said something to her like, I mean, you can feel how you want to feel, but she basically was like, but she didn't be like, well, you need to stop defending her because you're all the way wrong. But she was like, I mean, you're entitled to feel your feelings, but I can tell that's off. Um, and so Angel was sticking up for Wendy when they've been. So yeah, so Kay felt a way that Angel was sticking up for Wendy, and that Angel and Kay have been friends for over 20 years. So fast forward, that was like a clip when they did that. So now we go back to where Giselle and Kay are at Kay's house eating. And Giselle says to Kay, so Angel was defending Wendy? Kay says she tried to chime in, but I had to do a little chin checking. She said I had to do a little chin checking on that for 2 seconds at the event. So we get Giselle in her confessional telling us what chin checking means, which she said, which is gathering someone physically, and that she didn't know she didn't know that we did that to friends. But when she's sitting there with Kay, she said she like a little chin check. She did. She's like, oh yeah, I like a little chin check. And I'm thinking, Giselle, confusion. Shout out to Jamie, that's me. You like a little physical now all a damn sudden because I thought you said this was not love and hip hop. That was you. You said that. You was like, we don't tolerate this on this franchise and all this other shit. Like y'all was it was so beneath you. Child. So yeah, I'm okay. If you say so, Giselle, you didn't ask her in that moment, like, so you chin checked her, you put your hands on her, you touched her so that she could elaborate. But no, you let it slide. So okay, I see you, Giselle. So now we head over to Angel's house for the Truth and Tranquility Tea Party. She felt like there wasn't really an opportunity to get to know the ladies at the second bloom party. So that's the reason why she is having this party for the ladies, so she can have an opportunity for the ladies to get to know her and step into her world, and all at the same time be able to woosah. Woosah. Okay, so Angel is talking things over with her sound bath practitioner, Nicole, when this huge ant falls on her, y'all, falls on her, it start crawling up her neck a little bit. And when I tell y'all, Angel, as calm as possible, pulled it off her neck. She missed it, and then she grabbed it and pulled it off. And when I tell you, both those ladies was so calm, cool, and collective. Not like, a little bug might fly and then you got people that be or let it be crawling on you, be, and you start screaming and they didn't scream, they didn't move. Matter of fact, Nicole was like, "Oh, the ants want to give me love too." I said, "Girl," and no, Angel even said, "I think that was the biggest ant I've ever seen." I was like, "Yeah," because it looked like a spider. Because the ants out here that are big in Victorville, California, they're big. They army ants, so they're big and fat. Or it didn't look like an ant. And the ants out here are big body with little legs. That thing was creepy crawler. Okay, so Wendy is the first to arrive, and she is greeted by a woman that has wet towels. And she said, "Yeah, would you like a wet towel?" Wendy said, "Let me smell them." "No, thanks." I was like, "Well, damn, what this smell like? It should smell like lavender or something. Don't y'all think it should smell like lavender? It should smell like eucalyptus. It should smell like some kind of, I don't know, some kind of calming mechanism. Rosemary, not rosemary. What y'all be using? That thing that y'all be sage. I don't like the way sage smell, but sage. I don't know." Wendy was like, thanks, but no thanks. So Wendy meets Angel's husband, Bob. She gets a red drink. It's a spiked tea. It has vodka in it. And Angel puts some drops of lemon balm in it. But the lemon drops are black. So that threw Wendy all off. She was like, let me mix this. Let me mix it up. I don't want to be looking at it. So Kay arrives next, and she gets her spiked tea and asks her if she drinks. Well, not Kay. It couldn't have been Kay. She asked if she drinks. I'm sorry. So yeah, Kay and Tia must have walked up. No, it wasn't Kay. It was Tia. Tia came in next, and she gets her spiked tea. And Angel asks her, "Does does she drink?" And she was like, "Yeah, I have children." I was like, "Amen. Let me drink to that." And you get an applause for that because we definitely got to drink when we have children. Okay, we have children. Okay. So anyway, so she gets her spiked tea, and Giselle and Kay arrive together. The ladies hug. Giselle tells Wendy that she was like, "Girl, what's with this church lady hug?" And it was like to the side. But Wendy's energy was a little thrown off. I don't know. Like I said, she walked in there, didn't want to take a towel. She turned her nose up when Angel put the little drops in her drink, and then now here she go giving Giselle a church lady hug. Um, so Wendy says to her, "No, because Angel has so much stuff going on." Angel was like, "Yeah, I do, Wendy." So then she gave Giselle another hug, a full hug. So like I said, Wendy seemed a little apprehensive to me. That was, I don't know. You guys let me know if y'all saw it. I noticed it. So Giselle asked the ladies if they drank the spiked tea. They said yes. Giselle doesn't want to because remember the party is a truth and tranquility party. Giselle is in the confessional saying she doesn't like truth and tranquility. She says she likes lies and foolishness. I was like, "You too old, Giselle." Giselle says to Angel, "I hear you don't like loud talking in your home." Angel says, no, I don't. Um, I don't really like negativity in my home. You know. So Giselle says, well, sometimes you got to go through the negative to get to the positive. And Angel agrees. She agrees with that. So Giselle slowly goes around the room and she asks Wendy if she's good. Wendy said, well, she said, are you good in the hood? And Wendy and Giselle are facing each other. And it's like, okay, that's cool. So Wendy's like, oh, yeah, we're good in the hood. But when you are good in the hood, the person you good with, you usually turn to them and be like, oh, no, we're good. You might even walk over and go hug that person. Oh, no, not Wendy. She's looking at Giselle like, oh, no, no, no. We're good in the hood. I'm with Kay. I'm feeling microaggressions. I'm feeling dismissive. I'm feeling passive aggressive. I'm feeling it all. So we get Kay in her confessional saying, to be honest, if they have passive aggressive, that passive aggressive with this, the passive aggressiveness with Wendy, and that not, I mean, the passive aggressiveness that Wendy is giving off is not allowing them to get a resolve, to where like the next time they see each other they'll be cool. So like it seems like it's building instead of declining and them getting back to a good space. It feels like Kay feels like it's now becoming a chore. You know, ain't nobody about to have no chore for a friend, especially when that friend is saying, I'm not asking you to. I'm not asking you to be, I don't know where you at with it. So anyway, Wendy is saying she doesn't have an issue. So we get Wendy in her confessional saying, whatever Kiana, and even that, the fact that she called her by her whole government instead of saying Kay, she's like, um, whatever Kiana's issue she has with me, or with whatever Kiana's issue she's having with me is one-sided. It's a one-sided issue. Wendy says she is at peace, but Kay is at pieces. She didn't say Kay. She said, but she is at pieces, and they're not the same. Who's in pieces? What are you talking about, Wendy? What are you talking about? But okay, so now we're shading Kay. So that you have a new target. I don't know. Now that Giselle finally accepted you, now you're good. All right, whatever you say, girl. Giselle moved on and asked if Angel and Kay are okay. What? Giselle, are you okay? Why are you asking if Angel and Kay are okay? Well, I'm gonna tell you why she asked. It threw Angel off. I'll tell you that before I even get to telling y'all why. But it threw Angel off. Angel is confusion. She's confused. She's confused. She's like, I don't know what Giselle would, what she's talking about, but I know me and Kay are good. Like Kay will tell me what's on her mind. It's business as usual with me and my girl. So I don't know what Giselle's talking about. So Angel says, sorry, Angel says yes. And oh, okay. I'm sorry. Because when I say Giselle, I guess it's not picking up her name. But anyway, so Giselle asked if it's time is it okay for them to start eating? Angel said, of course, yeah, go ahead and eat. And I got a bowl of mints over there and on the table. Are you being shady? I think you're being shady. Because if she asked to eat, why you gotta bring up the mints? But okay. She said, yeah, there's a bowl of mints over there too. On computer, it won't let me scroll up. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. My goodness. Hold on one second. Let me make sure everything is doing what it's supposed to do. Hit the like button. Matter of fact, let's just do it like that. Let's just do it like that. Y'all gonna give me one quick little minute. Give me a second, y'all. I hope you guys are having a good time. I am sorry that I had to go on and put you guys on a little commercial break. But anyway, let's get back into it. So, Wendy brings it back up that Giselle had asked about Angel and Kay and their friendship. So Angel says if there was a problem with Kay friendship, Kay and her friendship, that they would already talked about it. Come on, computer, don't do that to me. Hold on. Excuse me. So, okay. She was saying that, if there was a problem with their friendship, Kay would have told her. So Tia turns to Kay and says, well, did you have a problem? Tia turns to Kay and says, well, did you guys have a problem? Giselle says, well, she told me you got chin checked and pointed at Angel. I was like, dang, Giselle, you a shit starter, ain't you? But I mean, if you want to get to the bottom of it and you were chin checked, if somebody was chin checked, you want to know that they were. Ain't no time like the present but to ask. So she was like, pointing at Angel. So Kay was like, no. Angel was like, no. Nobody was chin checked. Nobody chin checked me. And then Kay said, Giselle, no. So then Kay was like, no, Giselle, cut the shit. I was like, not cut the shit, girl, because she's not lying on you this time, Bookie. So anyway, Kay walks over to Angel and she says, let's be clear, friend. She said, let's be clear. Friends don't chin check each other. So Giselle says, but you told me you chin checked her. And so I don't know what they're saying. Oh, no. So that's when we get Tia saying, Tia's from London, and I told you she's Nigerian. So she's like chin check, chin check, chin check, chin check. So she can't even say chin check. She's like, I don't know what that means. I don't know. They are talking foreign languages to me. I don't know what chin check means. So she's over there, don't understand what the hell's going on. So that was funny to me. Anyway, so Giselle tells Kay that she definitely used the word chin check. Kay says she's grown enough to tell her friend Angel that she said it. She just don't remember she said those words, but she's gonna have to tell her. So Giselle tells Angel she don't want to look like she was a liar, that Kay has something to say to you. So Kay said, I just want to be clear. Giselle said that I did say chin check to her, and I apologize because I thought I just said I checked the situation. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I mean, we don't know how much if Kay was drinking and but maybe she was checking the situation. And I mean, we seen her check the situation. She was like, I mean, you can feel how you feel about her, but Kay didn't chin check nobody, and she didn't really check no situation. She just told her, I mean, you can feel how you feel, but that's not my feelings about it. So, right. So anyway, they ended up squashing it. So Stacy is walking up. Giselle picked up the bowl of mints and said, well, yeah, Stacy is getting ready to walk into Angel's house. But before that, Giselle picks up the bowl of mints and says, hand this to Stacy. I'm talking about the whole bowl, not like one, the whole bowl. So anyway, Stacy walks in, she arrives, everyone says hello. Tia says she wanted to ask if there was something secret. Now she says this out loud to everyone. She's like, is there something secret about the bowl of mints? I'm like, Tia, you know what's going on. But okay, because you knew what was going on when you asked um, Giselle about the husbands. And if it was a paid husband, if Eddie was a real husband. So you know the tea. You know the story. Anyway, Angel says, no, it's for anyone that needs to feel fresh and have fresh breath. And Giselle started laughing. So Messy Production shows us Stacy blowing her breath at Ashley. Ashley turns to Stacy and says, yes, Stacy, we were, we had to talk, right? We talked earlier about how your breath could be on hot sometimes. Stacy says, wow. Okay, well, let me go get a mint right now. And so she walked over there and go grab her a mint. She didn't get that offended. Well, at least she didn't show it. So the ladies start their sound bath journey. And, then they move on to a fire circle. Angel says at the end of all her outdoor guys, she does a fire circle where everyone can get something off their chest or off their mind uninterrupted. Stacy says she is in a place in her life where she wants to start fresh. So she wants the ladies to stand up and do a cleansing breath. Y'all know nobody want to do no breaths with Stacy right now. So anyway, Ashley asked if it was going to be a lion's breath, meaning an open wide breath. It's going to be an open wide breath like a lion. Stacy was like, no. So she tells the ladies to, point their toes out, get into both your arms stands out as if, like an Egyptian, and pull your arms up like a plie, and then go, huh, right? And so they do that like a couple of times because they're trying to get it together, and they do their little cleansing breath. And not for nothing, we gotta see Giselle hump the air. Her hood turned into pump, pump. I said, that girl, we always can tell when she not getting none. We can always tell because you are over sexual. When you are getting some, you get real timid, like you not like you. We know you're getting some, but you try not to let us know that you're getting that when we know. So everybody did it correctly, like I told y'all, except for Giselle. She had to hump the damn air. So Stacy feels like she's oh Stacy feels like she saved the day with her goddess breath. So she called it. So Stacy wants to pull Ashley to the side, but all the girls are being nosy. So Wendy, Giselle, they're all over around them. Stacy pulls out some documents on her phone. Giselle doesn't think the documents are real. She says he didn't have a certain certificate on it, or that the documents didn't have a certain certificate on it. So she don't believe shit she's saying. Stacy says she didn't pull it out at the second blossom party because it wasn't the time, and she wanted to ask her ex if he was okay for her to show the documents because, of course, it has his name on it. So So of course Stacy shows us the documents a little bit. So Stacy says they are divorced, but they are getting back together. Ashley said that's all that she needed. So Tia says, so it's official. Giselle says, no, it's not sufficient. No. Tia says it's sufficient. And Giselle says, no, it's not sufficient, but it's fine. I'm bored with it. So Giselle is meeting up with Ashley at the total. I'm sorry, at the Tatty. Excuse me. Let's try this again. At the Tally Ho restaurant, which is one, the restaurant that Karen took Giselle to last year, where her breakfast special. She didn't have to tell the guy. She all she had to say was the Karen special, and I think it was French toast, bacon, and scrambled eggs. And Giselle was like, "Oh, okay." So they're meeting there, because we already know that Karen's birthday is coming. So anyway, Ashley is the first to arrive, and her and Giselle are kind of dressed alike. They both have on like a pink shirt and jeans. And then the lady Kay and the lady in red came. Kiana came through, and then Cookie also joined them. And shoot, it was funny because Cookie came in and her girls came in before her because she just had a deep neck um, shirt on. So of course the girls was out, girl. The girls was out, and Ashley was like, "Whoa, yikes!" But she told her she looked nice and everything. So yeah, they're all there because, like I said, it's Karen's birthday is coming up, and so they want to do something special that reminds them of Karen. So they're there to chop it up and celebrate Miss Karen's birthday. So they start picking Karen Cookie's brain because evidently Cookie's on the calling sheet. So they asked if Giselle asked if Karen has to do like Alcohol Anonymous classes, and she does. Just like if somebody was on drugs, they would have to do, a rehab as well. So Cookie says that Karen is doing a lot of reading, and she is doing, exercising in there. So she's doing pretty well. So, and she's also being respected in there. They call her Miss Karen. So, they joke about Karen getting out and might wanting to get at Ashley's alter ego, Ash Top. So Giselle crazy but thought that somebody was gonna take Karen's virginity in the big house, y'all. She's so crazy. Their shade is fun shade. I don't think that Karen would get mad at them for saying what they're saying. She's not. So Giselle asked Cookie, is there a possibility of Karen getting out early? Cookie says, yeah, there's a possibility. Giselle was like tomorrow? She was like, no, I'm not saying that, but Giselle said, should we call Ray? And Cookie was like, no. Karen says, she was gonna try and phone us. So Cookie's phone rings, and she says, well, it was a text, I think. And Cookie says, oh, this is funny because, look who's calling. So I thought at the time, it was Karen calling. I was like, okay, maybe it's Karen. But come to find out, she says it's Chris Samuels. She said it's Chris. And so Ashley was like, Chris Samuels? She was like, yeah, Chris Samuels. Ashley says, child, not me finding out that Stacy been trying to get with Chris Samuels. And the girl said, say what? Actually, They more like said more like this. Let me do it like this.
What you talking about, Willis?
Are you kidding me? Something's wrong. No, literally.
What you talking about, lady?
Mm-mm. You couldn't be. You definitely could not be. You could not be. There's no way you're talking about Stacy been trying to get at Chris Samuels. There's just no. That's not what you're saying. I know you couldn't be. But anyway, so come to find out, Ashley's friend Tatiana came to the second bloom party and told Ashley that Stacy wanted Tatiana to hook her up with Chris Samuels. Tatiana said she did introduce them. Ashley said maybe this was before Stacy and her ex-husband got back together. But that Stacy was really making a play for Chris Samuels is what basically Tatiana was saying. So Giselle said in her confessional, she don't know who this woman is, talking about Stacy. She was like, there's a whole man she paid to be her boyfriend. There's a whole divorce that they can't find. There's a whole former Potomac housewife husband that you are trying to have sex with. Giselle said, call Monique. Call her to the chat. I was like, okay. So Cookie said, Chris don't want that funky odor in his house. No, ma'am, no Pam. I was like, oh no, not the funky odor. I think they're referring to Stacy's breath. Wow, and wow. So yeah, y'all. Whew, that's how that ended. So you know Monique will be entering the chat sooner than later. And I don't want to be a fly on the wall when that happens because I think it's not going to go well for any of us. I don't think so. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys told a friend. I hope you guys come again. I hope we get to, get another recap and review. So yeah, y'all, it's my time, and I hope that you guys come back for another one. And yeah, y'all, don't forget to like, subscribe, share me with your peoples. Thank y'all for rocking with me, cuties. You already know what to do. You already know what it is. All right, I'll see you guys in the comments. Bye, guys.